Hey everyone, Shipper 1000 here. Today we're going to be taking that receptacle out. We're going to put this in. It's got the USB things. Been wanting to put one of these in here since I put that one in. But I'm going to take that one out and I'm going to put it in over here because for some reason code inspector says that won't pass. I don't know why, but hey, whatever he says, right? Yeah. Alright, I'll explain that to you guys here in a minute. Stick around. Pretty stuff. Getting ready for Christmas. That's what all this stuff's for. Got our Christmas tree. Okay guys, so here's what happened, alright? So like this house is not wired correctly at all. Like, I have the kitchen turned off right now, but the microwave's still on, and that's still on. So those plug-ins, outlets, are on another circuit than this. And in the bathroom, in here, that light is on a different circuit from this, and the fan and the vanity light. This is on the circuit for the bedrooms. So the other night we were in the bedroom and power went out, only in the bedroom areas, both the bedrooms, and I went out and checked the circuit breakers. They were fine. I come in, tapped on that, and it came on. I was like, oh, we got something's loose here. So last night, about 12:15, just went to sleep. Boom, power went out in that side of the house. So I come in, I'm banging on this, nothing. So I go out and I turn the switch off for this, and I come in here and pull that out, no problems. Pull this out, no problems. Pull this out, no problems. What the hell's going on? I gotta get up in that attic. Yes, I had to go up in the attic. Went up in the attic because I knew there wasn't. Well, I was pretty sure that up in the attic wasn't. There wasn't a junction box up there. But I wanted to check, make sure everything. You know, maybe when the roof was bad, there was a squirrel got in, chewed something. I don't know. But anyway, I better go check. It was fine. So I come down here and I get to looking in this. And I turned it on with my tester. I was checking the wires that come down the wall out of the attic. And of course, they weren't live. These ones were. This one wasn't live. And I'm like, where the hell's the feeder? Well, it come up through the bottom, I noticed. And I was like, what the hell? Where's that coming from? It's coming from there. So that receptacle was bad. As you can see, it just kind of fell apart when I was pulling the wires out of it. And so I wired them together, and sure enough, everything's working now. So I was like, oh my God, I did all that for nothing. So anyway, 4:30 this morning, I got it working. So then I'm like, so I wired this up. I went out, turned the breaker on, come in, and the light was on. I flipped the switch off. The light stayed on. What the hell? I flipped switch on. Light stayed on because maybe I got that upside down. In the meantime, I hear something beeping in the bedroom there. Every time I flip that. And I did that 3 or 4 times and I realized what I had done. So I said a bad word, and I heard a little monkey in there giggling at me and said, what'd you do? I'm like, nothing. What I did was I had 2 wires flipped. So I had the bedrooms wired up to the switch and this wired up to permanent. So I had to take this all back out. Yeah, it was 5 minutes, whatever, but I had to switch the 2 wires. Anyway, so I thought since we're going to, since I had to replace that, I told her, I said, I got an idea. I've been wanting to put, USB in here. I said, we'll just get one of these And then when I take that one out, I'll put it in over on that one. So that's what we're going to do. I already got the power off. That's why this light's on the table here. I already got the power off here. So make sure, yeah, see, now the power's still on here, but I will be shutting it off. Let me see, this one, yeah, see, so, all right, so let me get you on a stand, and we'll, he had to get up in that attic. I told Monkey, she said, I remember you saying you had to go up in the attic. Because she said, ooh, okay. But to her, nothing surprises her. You know, it's 12:30 at night. I got to go up in the attic. Okay. It don't surprise you, does it?
No.
She said her dad was the same way. If something would be bothering him, he didn't care what time it was. He fixed it.
Yeah.
It would have been fine, but I was like, no, I got to make sure. That's a hell of a lot safer than that plug was. Because what it was doing, somehow that plug was backfeeding, and that plug like runs these lights here. It was backfeeding, so it was sending power through the black wires, and also through the white wires, which is your neutral. So it was coming up live, and I was like, that's stupid, man, what's going on? And I forgot that was down there, and all it was that little plug. Well, this was like $34, but like those, you can still get them for around $1.50, $2 a piece. And then I got this cover. It'll look like that. Only down there. Once I get this off, I'll get her to wipe this down real good. Because, you know, that's where his water dish is. So let me get you on a stand, and let me get this out of here. Leave me alone, Monk. So, okay guys, unplug it. First thing we're going to do is pull this faceplate off of here. Hi Bruno, did you come out to help? He's been sleeping pretty much all day since we've been back from camping. Alright. Then, let me check this first. Where's my meter? Just to make sure. Alright, we're good. Nothing in there. Not really how to, but you can tell what I'm doing here. If you don't feel comfortable doing this stuff, don't do it. As you can see all that dirt around there. We had a bug problem, didn't we, Monk? Mm-hmm. But you're in Florida. Kind of like up north, we had ants. Down here you get scorpions, cockroaches, and what's the other thing? Lizards. I just said lizards. Yeah, that's okay, she calls them geckos. They're geckos, Monkey. Alright. So this is our neutral, it's the white wire. This is our power wire, it's the black wire. And the air conditioner kicked on. Sorry guys, sorry. It's hot. And the one that never has anything on it, the one that's just an open wire that doesn't have any insulation, it's usually a green screw. That's our ground. So take this off. Like I said, this is going in on the other one. Now I'm gonna get Monkey to wash this down with Windex. Works great on this stuff. Once she gets that all clean, we'll put this in. Meantime, I'll open this up and make sure nothing's changed on these. They all pretty much stay the same. But I'll check, make sure you don't have to wire it up a certain way, and I'll be back with you. Okay guys, so Monkey got that all cleaned up for me. Looks nice. Thank you, Monkey. On here, this is labeled. I know you can't see it, but it says white for here and hot for there. Hot's your black. So, oh, okay. We can, and then of course the green one, it's always green. That green screw right there, that's your ground. That'll be for the one, the copper that's doesn't have any coating on it or insulation. Let's go ahead and straighten these out now. Alright. Now, I'll make sure I'll cut just a little bit of this off. I don't like any copper sticking out past there. That's perfect. Now let's check this one. I keep them as far apart as possible. So move this one. We'll cut just a little bit of that one off too. Just like that. Now, we gotta sit down, guys. Alright. I think I've got everything down here I need. Now, so the white is up here. It is happily labeled. Make sure you get these good and snug, but don't strip them. Don't strip. Right, Monk?
Yep.
Now, we're going to put our ground wire up here. And these screws don't come clear out, so if you take them clear out, you ruin them. It'll strip them out. It'll strip the threads out on the inside. And when you get to put the screw back in, it won't work right. Or it won't tighten down. Close. There we go. I'm gonna leave those there. That way it holds it tight up against the screw. I'm gonna tighten the ground screw down. Good. And again, snug it up. But don't over tighten. Alright, now shove this back down in there. Uh-oh. This may not work.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we got a shallow box and I need a deep box.
Oh no.
Damn it. Well, I guess we gotta run the hardware store. I put a shallow in because them drawers, and I I think I can fit a deep one in there. Do what?
I think they're closed. They close at 5. Yeah, they're closed. We can go to Lowe's.
We gotta run clear to Lowe's?
Yep.
Alright.
Might have better luck anyway. I know what you need.
I wasn't even thinking. I did that because of the drawer, but I think there's plenty of room there. Inside there. Alright. We gotta go get a box. And we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. We got me a box. I've already got this hole cut out here where I need it. So, I'll put this up in here like this. Come on. Right there. I should be able to tap that in. Let me grab a hammer. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to notch that right there. So let me grab something for that. Okay guys, I just gotta make a notch right here. First time I'm using this thing. Alright. Now let's see if that will fit. I'll take these off too, because we're not going to need these. This is just going straight in the drywall since this is solid wood. I don't need the ears because it's got bolt holes there, screw holes there. So I'm going to take these out. Now it should pop in there pretty easy. Make it a little bit wider. There we go. Now, I got these screws here. And another tool, hang on. Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna have to use my screwdriver because the light, I was using the batteries for Bauer I was using a battery for my Bauer driver and in the light, and it was just went dead. Well, going dead. When it starts flashing every so often, it'll blink 3 times, then it'll blink 2, and then it goes out. But then I remembered, wait a minute, I got one of these as well as one of these with 2 batteries that Monkey bought me. So wrong bit, of course, but that's my fault. That's alright. There we go. Okay. Now we'll do this again. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm just going to do the same thing we did a minute ago. Okay, now let's put this in here. It's plastic, so I'm not going to tighten it up with this. I'm just going to run it down with this, and then I'll tighten it by hand. You know what? I gotta put these screws in after, apparently. There's the same. Yeah, let's see. Oops. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this right on here. There it is. What do you think, Mama?
I can't see. Oh, that looks good.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to turn, I can turn this power back on out here now. This is not from us, by the way, this over here. That's from when they cut the hole out. See, this one's wider, so it covered that. But that's alright, right, Mom?
Yeah.
So let me go turn the switch on, and we'll see if it works. Okay guys, so let's test it now. Got these snowmen. Check the top one, and they work. Check the bottom one, works. Now we're going to check the USB port. with my camera here. So we should see a blinking light, a blinking green light on this thing. There it is. Is that? Yeah. Now let's check the other side. There it is. Alright, now I gotta put that one in the other room or over there on the wall, but that's okay. I won't bore you with that because, well, it's actually going to be easier than that, because all I got to do is hook those two, well, 4 wires up in the ground, screw it in there, and that one's good. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but what we're going to do is, this works. Come on, focus. This works, as you can tell. It's a dimmer, but it's manual. So I told Monkey we should get one of those light switches like what we got here. This works off of she's trying to say the name or that. So that's cool. So it's a smart dimmer. I think we got an app with it. But anyway, so that'll work for her mom. Won't it, Mama?
Yeah.
So, like, all she's got to do, like in the bedroom, when she comes out at night, you know, there's no, which is weird that they didn't put a switch there, you know, but, so all she's got to do is holler, because that door's usually open. And Alexa will turn the light on for her. And this is weird, because this light switch right here for the kitchen lights used to be over there behind the pantry. See, that wasn't a door, it just used to be a window. When she bought the house, she had that door put in, and over there was the switch for this light, for the kitchen light, which at the time, there's 3 holes up there I haven't done yet, but I think I did a video on putting these lights in. Anyway, it was just a fluorescent light up there, and but why, you know, you would come out and have to go clear over there, turn the light on, or you come in the house, go clear over there, turn the light on. You come in from the garage, go over there, clear over there, turn the light on. So I moved it over here, right, Monk?
Yeah.
And so far, anything I've ever done, your phone's ringing,
Yeah.
has not been grounded. I've had to ground everything. I mean, they had the wires ran with the ground, but they just didn't hook the grounds up on nothing. Like, and those over there are GFI. There's one there and one over there. They're both GFI, and they just had regular sockets in them, you know, like that thing. And anytime you're around water, a sink, bathroom or something like that, yeah, you want a GFI if it's around water. And like I said, had these in there, but they weren't even grounded. So, you know, I got 2 good ones and put them in there right after we got together. This house, I've done a lot of work in this house for. I still have to, like I said, take those, fix those holes, finish this up. Because this wasn't in here, it was just a big hole up there. The bar wasn't in here, but those lights wasn't in here. And these, we're going to be taking the register vents down, because we're not going to be using those, because we have that, and we have one in the bedroom. Then we have 2 air conditioners. That pretty much does the whole house, clearing to her mom's room. Then we have a small one in our bedroom. But she's going to get a one of those split, whatever you call them, and put it up over there with the heat too. So but anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna call it on that one. I will, however, bring you along with me for this, which I think I might have filmed this, because if I remember right, There were regular switches. Just had a regular switch in it. And I put that one in here because it had a dimmer. And her mom was having trouble finding the dimmer because it's over here on the side. Right there. And this one was kind of hard for her to find. But she don't have to worry about this one because she can just talk to you know who over there and she'll dim it or brighten it or whatever. So when I put this one in, I moved that one from here over to there so we could have all the rocker switches. So now I will save that, and then we'll put this one in together like I said. So I'm gonna shut this light off, or this power off here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's kind of cramped under there, and if I move that and break something, oh my god, no. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take care of that one. So you get the idea. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, the Legend, gone for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Some of this stuff for the Christmas tree we're going to bring in tonight. She's got to move that stuff over there. That stuff over there is all for outside stuff. So we'll bring the Christmas tree in. We usually let it set overnight so the branches can fall, and then I trim it as needed. So I'm going to put you guys on the charger for a minute while she makes her mom's food. Then I'm going to do that, and I'll bring you back. It's already 7:03, and I'll bring you guys back when we put that switch in, and then we'll program it and see how well it works with her. Alright guys, thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, the Legend, gone for now. Bye bye guys, take care, be safe, and enjoy yourselves.